Hello, everyone. Looks like we are live. If you are new to the channel, welcome. I am Dr. Tony. I am a psychotherapist in the state of Pennsylvania, supporting clients with trauma symptoms, anxiety, depression, bipolar, and the like, as well as a mom of four. Right now, aged from 13 years old all the way down to 18 weeks old. And I am also a high-level mentor, success strategist for leaders, entrepreneurs, and parents that are out there really wanting to experience more meaningful success in their lives, whether it's as a parent, as a professional, or as a partner, because we want to be able to experience the success in our life throughout our lifestyle, not just in one aspect of our lives, right? So I'm glad that you're here today. I want to talk today about something that's relevant to all of us, because all of us are leaders in some capacity. All of us have the ability, the capability, and some kind of desire within us somewhere, somehow, to serve or contribute to this world or our relationships or something of meaning to us in some way. Okay. We all have that. We all have that in us. Okay. And what I see happen all too often, especially with the leaders who are super well-intentioned, I'm talking by leaders, I'm talking about my parents, I'm talking about my entrepreneurs, I'm talking about my CEO moms, I'm talking about my dads that are out there working and also being fathers. Like, I am talking about those who are leading in their life in some way, okay? When I either work with them or work alongside them, what I have seen time and time again is that the well-intentioned folks, the ones that care, the ones that are considerate, they burn themselves out or overwork or over-dedicate themselves or overcommit themselves or bend over backwards, right? They kind of overextend themselves in an attitude of service, of needing to give, of needing to serve, of needing to really share or lead in a way that is more and more and more and more and more and more. Okay. And what happens with that is that oftentimes what's happening in the background is that they are over delivering or over giving or over serving, because somehow, some way in the background, it feels like they have to, or they should. Like it's the only way they can be of purpose, like purposeful, or of value, or of worth. Like it's a requirement for them. But the truth is that we do not gain purpose or worthiness or value as humans through service. Big one for a lot of folks to hear, especially those that are out there really committing their life to a lifetime of service. But listen, right? Hear me out. The reason we don't have to be of service in order to be purposeful, worthy, or of value is because we are born with worth and innate value. We are innately born with that, and we all have purpose. Now, not everyone connects with their purpose and lives or leads a life that is filled with it, but we do all have purpose. So we don't need to serve in order to acquire that status. However, when we do, many things can happen, and in the long run, none of them feel good. I see leaders, parents, entrepreneurs, administrators, CEOs giving or serving from a place of guilt. Oh, well, I have so much, so I should, or I have to, or I must serve, give, do to compensate for all that I have. Otherwise, I feel guilty or I feel selfish. Giving or serving from a place of guilt or a must or a should or an obligation. These are all lack-based reasons to serve. Giving or serving so that we don't come across as selfish is a lack-based reason to serve. And what I mean by that is that it will eventually, if you continue down that train, it will eventually catch up with you and it will backfire when we give or serve from these lack-based reasons. Eventually, it's going to lead you, and you might already feel this, or maybe you saw someone else experience this. It'll lead you to feeling resentful, frustrated, agitated, overly stressed, exhausted, angry, bitter, taken advantage of, unappreciated, or some variation and some combination of those. But I'm not saying this because I think service is bad or wrong or unhealthy, because it's not. Service, an attitude of servitude, is not bad or wrong or unhealthy. It's just that the reasons why we choose to serve, the motivators behind why we are serving or sharing or giving in a certain way, they often need shifting. And if we're not aware of why we're doing what we're doing, why we're serving, why we're over giving, overdoing, over serving, over delivering, if we're not really aware that we're doing that or why we're doing that, then we can't shift those reasons why. And so we continue feeling depleted in our energy in some way. That backfiring pattern continues. But service feels the best, does the most good, and most powerfully perpetuates more good when it's done from a place of desire, not lack because I should or have to, but desire because I want to, because I feel inspired to, because this is exciting to me. I'm so eager. I can feel the invigoration of just the thought of giving or serving or delivering or doing or leading in this way. Very different than from a place of the heaviness or the pressure or the burden or the guilt or the lack or the fear and those things like that. Because when we give or serve from a place of desire, it feels so much lighter, like a breath of fresh air. It feels so much more freeing because it's not a requirement, it's a choice. It feels more uplifting and it feels more positive. And it might sound something like, I do this because I want to, not because I have to. Not because I'm scared about what someone else might think about me, how they might judge me or shame or blame me. But I do this because I feel inspired to share in this way. I've got more than enough and it feels so good to give from this place of overflowing. I'm taken care of and I trust that I'll continue to be taken care of. And so I am so excited to share what I have with you. You feel the difference? Between serving because I must or I should, or out of obligation or requirement, or giving or doing from that place, and serving from this place of, I really want to. It feels good to me. This place of abundance, right? There's more and more and more for me to share and give and do because I want to, not because I have to, not because I have something to prove, not to make myself of worth or of value. Your purpose will naturally lead you to abundant, genuine service to others when you are connected to it. Let me say that again. Your purpose, when you are connected to your purpose, it will naturally lead you to abundant and genuine servitude towards others in a meaningful way. You don't need to make yourself serve in energy depleting ways in order to find your purpose or to be purpose, to be of purpose in some way. You with me on that? So, to recap, there is a better way to serve And you can absolutely serve. You can come to the table with an attitude of servitude for your children. I want to be there for them and be the best mom that I can be for them. And I want to give to them and do for them and serve them, share with them, guide them in a really powerful way. But not because I have to, not because I'm required to, but because I want to. As an entrepreneur running a business, I want to serve my clients powerfully, not because I have to. I'm not doing this because I have to. I'm not overdoing it because I need to prove myself. I'm not overdoing it or overgiving or overextending myself because they might not like me. I'm doing it because I want to. And because this is connected, what I'm doing is connected to my purpose, is fueled by my passion. It feels good to serve in this way. As a leader, even if it's in someone else's company, I'm not leading and serving my team because I am forced to or because I'm required to, but I am doing this because I desire to. I want to. I want to show up and be of service to them in a meaningful, powerful way. Very different. Have to, should, must, want to, choose, desire. We get to choose which one we're operating from, but only if we're aware of the one that we have been and are currently operating from. We have to be aware of the one that we are currently operating from in order to continue to choose either something similar or different each time it comes up. And you get to choose again and again and again. So no matter what pattern you see in your life, you can choose to move forward in a more effective, healthier, lighter, brighter, inspired way. You're not stuck with what you've been doing forever. There is a better way to serve. There is a way to serve meaningfully and powerfully without the burnout, without the overworking, without the overextending all of the time. It is possible. It is available to you. And if you happen to be a mompreneur, which means you are both a mother and an entrepreneur running her own business, then I would love to invite you to dive deeper with this and so many other important facets of life and yourself in our Mompreneur Mastermind that's going to start at the end of March. I'd like to welcome in 10 amazing, powerful mompreneur women for us to come together in this intimate container and help you to enhance where you already have meaningful success and where you maybe would like to continue to get closer to that success, to enhance all of it so that you are feeling meaningfully successful and satisfied in the various aspects of your life, whether it's in service to others, at work, or at home, and especially if it's in service to yourself, so that you can show up, right, in a powerful way to others at work and at home and in this world. So if that is of interest to you, I will leave the link below for you to discuss for us working together. You can go ahead and click on that. Otherwise, I'm so glad that you all decided to join me today. As always, click the subscribe button if you haven't. Come and check us out so you can get those notifications. We're going to continue to dive in deep to these really important conversations with topics that touch on the various facets that connect with each of us in some really important, essential, powerful way so that we can continue to contribute to the world and connect in the world meaningfully. Thanks for being with me today, y'all.